Welcome to a new episode of Talkative with Ahmed. And we are in absolutely magical place, a place outside our cast studio in Media City. And by now you know that my partner in crime, the production company, that this relaunch of Talkative with Ahmed with a fantastic family, that now they became really a family, not only a family I can count on for production. Arcast Studio is more than a podcast studio. They are full house production house. You can count on them for your campaign, your short films, your podcast outside the studio. And I can guarantee you that you will find magic. Speaking of magic, I am today at a semi-gallery, a private studio, a place out of this world. Yes, it's in Quoz creative zone, but it's really, when I came here the first time, I thought that I was taken off in one of the streets in Berlin or somewhere outside this world. But then when you come inside and you feel the energy of the space, you know the artists, and I hope you will know more about the artists today. But today I don't have one artist, I have three incredible women. I am so honored to call friends. Three women who took art into their journey as a message, and it becomes something that they live every day, from education to entrepreneurship to becoming full-time artists. And we will speak three languages today, and don't be surprised. I hope that will not confuse you. But in Talkative with Ahmed, we make sure that everyone feels safe. It's a safe place. And usually that's the only thing I would say longer, because I will let the space for my amazing friends, three very strong women. And I'll start with the hosts, our host here. And I always say they are my co-hosts. I'm not just host, and they are my guests. Thank you, Suzy Nassif, for having us at the studio here in Quoz.
You're all very, very welcome. I'm so honored and so happy to have you all here in my world, my little world.
In your
cocoon. أهلا وسهلا فيكم.
أهلا وسهلا, thank you so much. وعلى يميني على يميني هانا سماك الكردي. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you, Ahmed.
الله يسلمك. شكرا على راسي. Last but not really least, Asma LARAIEDH من تونس.
أهلا وسهلا.
How are you?
Good. Thank you, Suzy. Thank you, Ahmed. Hi, Hana.
You're comfortable?
Very much so.
It was very difficult for me to do this introduction because I was overwhelmed by your energy, and I am really humbled that I have three of you in this place. But this is really thanks to Suzy. So thank you, Suzy, a lot for having us.
Thank you so much.
Very welcome.
Before we dig deep and know more about all of you, Suzy.
Yeah.
Suzy. Which one is better?
Suze.
We are in this studio. I mean, you know, for those who know Suzy, they are lucky enough to know your incredible art and world and personality and energy.
Thank you.
But who is Suzy the artist? Who is Suzy in general?
Suzy is a dreamer, a human, and Suzy has a studio in herself. Suzy is the studio. She's the art studio. So this is just a brief about me. So I'm a Lebanese artist based in Dubai since a very, very long time. We're not gonna say the years, how many.
Okay.
And I'm still here. I fly between Lebanon and Dubai. I have a studio here. I have a studio in Lebanon, and more to come, I hope. This is a bit about me.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Asma LARAIEDH من تونس.
Yeah, hi, I'm from Tunisia.
يعيشك.
برشا هي عرشك برشا. هذوما الكلمات اللي
معروفة.
على طول when you say I'm from Tunisia, it's directly عايشك برشا.
شو الكلمة اللي بدنا نتعلمها اليوم؟
انت تعرف انه انا ما بعمل افور كبير يعني اوتوماتيكمون تفهمني بالتونسي تعرف.
Asma, you are an artist, a sculpture artist, what do you call it?
Ceramist.
Ceramist, right? But who is Asma really?
I have many Asma in my mind.
This is only the beginning. This is the just 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and I knew I will take that responsibility on me. But that's why I said very strong woman and very creative.
Merci. Merci. En fait, oui. First of all, we are a woman, which is a bit difficult to manage between the part of art and to be a woman. Le rôle de la femme en général dans la société, que ce soit mère, famille, artiste, société. Donc je pense qu'on est plusieurs femmes en une seule âme.
C'est très beau ce que tu viens de dire.
Très beau, c'est vrai. But you moved to Dubai in 2007 from Tunis. It's a long time ago.
Oui, yeah.
You're a full-time artist?
Right now, yes.
Okay.
Right now, yes.
Right now, yes. We'll go back to right now, yes. Hana.
Ahmad.
Ahla sahla.
Thank
Hana, you are what I love about your journey. Of course, you're Lebanese. For people who doesn't know, I'm half Lebanese, and I'm always proud of that.
Yes.
Half-blooded Lebanese. But until you see art from a different perspective, you're a curator, you're an educator, and for you, one of the biggest challenge and your legacy is about getting art into everyday education for the younger generation, all the way from bottom to top. But tell us where the truth about this.
Well, actually, it's very interesting the way you presented it. It's almost as if you summarized the whole thing, because what led me from my journey from if you want schools to the gallery of art spaces is the learning experience. Both are presenting learning experiences, and instead of the small classroom, it is now a bigger classroom with a wider audience, but at the end of the day you want to convey something.
And how important it is for you education, that art education is part of education in schools and everything, because this is where did this start? I mean, your first step into that, communicating these two worlds in one bridge.
Honestly, it has been sitting when I was in my previous career, which I spent 20 years in education, started as a teacher and then as a school principal. It was art was always in there, sitting in the subconscious, because my mom is an artist, and I've always had interest and passion for that. And then when I moved to the UAE, I wanted, with a geographical change, to have also a career change, but I wanted that to be based on the passion. To go back to your question, which is the importance of integrating art into education, and mainly your question is about curriculum, probably. So this is crucial, and I believe there should be initiation from the very tender age, because art, like I said previously, allows a new kind of learning in addition to the textbook, with much stronger messages.
Yeah.
And it allows us, it is a channel for our history, our identity, our collective memory. And in fact, my last project was at a school where we worked on integrating an art exhibition within the school, and they wanted to work on heritage, and textbook and extracurricular activities were not enough. So hence art and art education.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on that. For those who will follow you also as well, they can see pictures and images on your social media.
Yes.
But Suzy, again, thank you for having us in your studio. Before this cocoon, this gorgeous cocoon, how did you, first of all, find your voice as an artist? When did you feel that this was my calling, and in your journey? You were born an artist. You learned that after, and I know that you had different ventures all the way to reaching this point where we are today. And I have a lot of questions for you.
I know.
But when did Suzy started her journey as a full-time artist?
Basically, I always felt that there was something inside, that there's something artistic, something creative. Like I always used to think, and still like, but since I was a child, like it's always, I think a little bit different, like creative thinking, creative problem solving, everything was like creative. I remember like many situations, like I see things different from my friends. Like they see this, for example, a tree, but I see beyond that. So there was always something, and I used to draw stuff when I was in school, and like, but it's very basics. Then I went into literature, graphic design, a lot of things, even music. I didn't study art.
And so this
studied
is
marketing and advertising. That's my major.
And this is very important, because we'll go back to all of you taking art as a business, but not every artist. And I think, Hana, you know this very well. Yeah. Many artists, they fail to become self-sustained, independent artists because they don't have sometimes the gifts of marketing themselves, of becoming their own brand. Yeah. Yes. And also the personality that you can, it's a big thing, right? We'll go back to curating and being a curator as well. Yeah. But and when was that moment in your life, and where when you said, okay, you know what? Stop
everything else.
This is this is my new me. This is Suzy Nassif, the artist.
It was actually very random, because I used to write. I was like always like I express myself through writing, through words, until it was in Lebanon in 2006, and then the war and everything, and then writing, the pen, the laptop, everything was not. It was not enough. So I needed something else to express myself. Like I want to use my hands, I want to smell, I want to touch, I want all my senses to be, even my soul to be out there. So I went and I bought a Canva, and I started.
2006.
Yeah.
This is not the maturity of your work it looks like way older than you as well.
Maybe because it's a soul work more, if my spirit is working. My mature spirit is working. So probably, I don't know. I mean, I taught myself a lot. I went through a lot of challenges because it's not easy to just, pick up a brush and come up with an artwork. So it was very challenging. Got rejected so many times. This is probably the product of what you see. What you see today is a product of my past. All the challenges and the rejections, which I'm proud of. And so basically, this is it. So it was years of lot of self-education.
It's not a lot of years, actually, to be honest. Like, congratulations on that. Many artists, they spend way more years to find their identity, let alone become an artist.
Yeah, the signature is something else. Like to have your own signature as an artist, that's like the main challenge, because you can go many genres of art and many, it's big.
Yeah.
So that was like one of my main challenges. Now, like I know people, they recognize my art even if I don't have, the signature is not.
That is true.
There. And for me, this is everything.
And speaking of signature, Asma has a very strong signature. Actually, Asma is one of the most publicly star, and congratulations on that, because sculpture and ceramic is not everyone's cup of tea, literally, which you also do cup of teas, but you really modernize and you try a lot. I know every time I see you, you say, "Oh, I've tried something new, and I'm doing something new." And it's not easy, because we meet a lot of artists and many people who work with ceramic and and sculpture and materials, they always say, oh, it's very difficult for us because no one understands, or I don't know how. But you made it not only your passion, but also a business.
Yes.
So where did that start? When Asma decided that, okay, you know what? I'm going to leave everything behind. I'm going to do these amazing... This, by the way, everyone can see that this gorgeous candle bowl is actually Asma Baya, and Baya is the business name of all your ceramics. So you can tell us, it's you. Tell us, when did this start and who is Baya?
This is collaboration between me and Suzy first.
I did the candles. I melted the candles.
It's nice, the texture of the candle and the colors.
It's really nice.
Baya, it's my daughter's name, and the signification, it's princess.
In which language?
In North Africa, more.
Wow.
Tunis, Aljazair. There is a very famous artist, Baya Khairuddin. Picasso was inspired by her work a lot.
Amazing.
Before. بايا تسمين شيخة كما نقولوا عندكم انتم زمان كان يحكمنا البي والبيا الباشا وزوجها.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
First time I hear this.
بايا هي البرنسيس، هي الحاكمة.
قديش عمرها بايا
الحين 11 ans.
العمر كله يا رب.
Merci. Donc voilà, donc on disait que
When did you start?
Complètement la céramique.
Yeah. Or was it a hobby? Was it something that's at a young age?
Non. Tu sais, j'ai fait des études de design produit.
Yeah.
Donc on avait des ateliers de céramique à la faculté. Et Tunis, we are very familiar to pottery. So we use this until now.
The pottery is a quite
pottery and نحاس.
النحاس صح.
It's both عنا في كل everywhere. استخدامنا اليومي يعني.
And now you're a full-time artist for your art. You do also workshops. And congratulations on your new studio, your new location. I think I've met you as... Yeah, congratulations on that. And again, people who would follow Baya Ceramics, and also Asma, she's very active on social media, and you're always on. I like what you.
J'essaie. On disait que l'artiste can switch on business.
Not many.
C'est pas facile, franchement, c'est pas facile. En fait, tu as deux clientèles. Quand il s'agit de business, tu as deux targets. Et tu as le collecteur, l'artiste, et tu as le non-artiste.
Yeah.
Donc, avec le non-artiste, il faut beaucoup de marketing. Et par exemple, parlant de tableaux ou de céramique, elle بتلعب على الألوان et l'espace. فهو لما يقف pas forcément مثلا لازم يفهم la composition de la céramique ou de la sculpture ou bien la peinture. Pour lui, rien que voir les couleurs et l'espace, ça c'est important quand tu transmets ce message à un non-artiste.
Absolutely.
Donc on a ces gens-là, اللي يشريوا يقتنيوا.
And I think Hana knows one or two things about clients, about collectors, because
one or two,
and probably one or two we know. But no, Hana, we've met actually through our good friend Alejandra. Alejandra is the founder of Mia Art Collection.
Yes.
Is one of the most important non-profit organizations that collects or supports women in arts. And I think it makes perfect sense that we speak about women in art.
Absolutely.
But also your role at Mia Art Foundation, where I met you there. Well, I want to start with our relation there.
Oh, okay.
And then I want you to tell me about your art collective, I would call it, your baby,
my platform.
Your platform. I always said collective, or your baby, right?
Yes.
And the connection between this and your role as you are one of the directors at Mia Art Foundation here in
project director.
Project
yes.
directors, yes.
But if I may,
of course you may.
Because I was just inspired by what we just talked about now regarding art as a field in general, and the way probably art is one of the only fields that that accepts people from different backgrounds. whose journey is different, and then they can integrate their stories into the art journey.
Absolutely.
And now that you mentioned the Mia Art Collection, you mentioned Alejandra Castro, who is initially an engineer. And we have so many examples. I recently learned that Matisse was a lawyer before he held a brush, or Victoria Miro comes from banking or the corporate world, and then she has the most important gallery. And then so many actors, Pierce Brosnan, Jim Carrey, Sharon Stone. So the art world is really welcoming.
Actually, Sharon Stone is a very good artist now.
Yes,
I've seen the work.
It's
Johnny incredible.
Depp also
Johnny
recently,
Depp,
when I stepped from the education world into the art world, it's something that I relate to. The fact that you can find your place in the art world, and my relationship with Mia Art Collection, my collaboration with Alejandra, whom I thank and I'm very grateful for, because
I'm grateful that she introduced us. So to begin with, she's a great friend of mine, and but really I'm very grateful that we've met there. And we'll talk about you're not only a project director, you're also a storyteller, because you also narrate and you moderate many of the talks and most of the talks, right? Because when Alejandra does the yearly your presence is a curator, is a project manager, is a moderator, and all of this. That's why I brought I brought the subject of Mia Art Foundation, because all of this comes from your passion and your platform, which is Sundara, right?
Yes, my work in Sundara Art and Cultural Exchange is completely independent from my work with Mia Art Collection. With Mia Art Collection, I am project director. Usually it's the vision of Alejandra, and she works with curators on the concept, and of course we all collaborate together. She conveys this vision to us, and then each one of us has a particular role.
But that's exactly what I meant. Is that you take different roles, and we can see your passion through it. When you moderate the talks, when you also, I've seen you taking people on guides in the collection. Very true. And there is this and I think that's what Sundara is about. That you take this everywhere.
This is what we started talking about. It's a learning experience.
Yeah.
You are creating learning experiences for the visitors. You want to keep them engaged, and you want to give them a deeper understanding of the art, what it's about, of the theme. It's storytelling, and this is why the background in education is just a step forward. It's a continuation towards that.
Education is a storytelling at the end, right? It's a gift. You have to encourage education to encourage understanding arts. I don't think they're separated.
They're not separate, especially that each person, be it a student or be it a visitor in the gallery, has his or her own way of interpreting, of understanding, of receiving. And it's and being in the UAE, where you have this diversity, this cosmopolitan tapestry, you need to use different languages. You need to have different approaches
on this table, right?
Yeah.
You are you're very close مع Suzy وأسماء, صح?
Yes.
Have you already worked as the line between friend and a curator and an art connoisseur and an artist and a business all together? How does that work?
It's like magic.
You've done that before? It worked?
I mean, even when you start talking about it, you feel there is magic in the air. There's something happening before you see it, before it happens.
When I entered here, I remember we talked about this. You are one of these artists that when we come to your space, there is a nomadic energy. I don't know if it's the right word, but I feel that's nomadic. There is something magical and in a way that is not invasive, but it's welcoming yet intimidating, because of the strength and the power you hold in this place.
Mesmerizing.
And really mesmerizing. And I don't know if it's open to public. Like people can come to your studio?
Yes, of course.
Because I think they should
No, on the contrary.
contact Suzy. You will be able to, hopefully, to feel what we feel what you felt as well, and what.
Absolutely.
Have you guys worked together before as a curator and I would say creative manager and yeah?
Yeah, she is my creative manager. And we're working on separate projects. I mean, different projects together. Soon it will unfold. We're gonna be like
in
a bit
time.
teasing now. We're not gonna say a lot.
No, but we've worked several times.
Yeah.
It worked.
At the beginning of the mezzanine.
Yeah. We started Al Mezzanine together. The name, everything was like we collaborated on this.
Why mezzanine؟ هلا نحن بميزانين.
لأنه قبل the first space أنا كنت بالميزانين. So وقت كنا عم ننقي الاسم إنه ليه بدي أحط art something إنه أنت بالميزانين.
صح.
خلاص الميزانين.
Which ended up to be really الميزانين.
Yeah. So when I moved to this هيدا space اللي موجودة هلا نحن فيها موجودين إنه كمان I made sure يكون ميزانين مش ground floor.
Speaking of business, yeah. you all been here for good enough time to see the change in the industry in Dubai, in a city it's a city that's evolving all the time. It's a changing machine. It's an evolving machine. But I feel that we are living a renaissance in the monde arabe. It's really a renaissance of the Arab world, because of the amount of cultural structure, initiatives, events coming. There's Frieze coming in Abu Dhabi next year. We'll have Guggenheim. We already have the Louvre. We have Nomad soon in Abu Dhabi, and Basel is coming to Doha. It's a neighboring country. Beirut is always a beacon of art, in which I know that, especially this year, everyone was talking. We missed something. Yeah. I missed something. I don't know if you've been to or not. But apparently we missed.
I did not.
She did not. She's the winner.
The design week in Beirut, which next year I promise I have to go, because everyone kept telling me you missed something.
We're all going.
The Middle East is changing, but also our industry that we work with, right? If you can tell me, Suzy, when you arrived here, where was the industry? And I know there's so many challenges. You can write a book.
Yes, when I arrived here, ما كان في شيء. كان في only a trade center على الشيخ زايد road و sand, just sand. I mean, there was nothing, basically. So I witnessed how Dubai, the change, the evolution, everything from scratch. So Dubai inspires me, because I think when I look how it evolved, it's like I evolved with Dubai. Yeah. So we were like growing up together, and for me this is huge.
And El Quoz Creative Zone, it's a very ambitious project to turn this area where we are now. It's amazing. I parked and I was in the parking, and there was people, cargo, and then there was the delivery guy, and then there were other artists. They were taking pictures, laundries, and then they were, and then all colors and all backgrounds, and then you go up. Actually, I went up to the wrong studio, but because that's me. But
part of the experience,
right?
Yes, exactly.
And then you are one of the OGs actually who believed in the project, because it's still an area where there's a lot of warehouses, other than Circle Avenue, which is very built for. But
this is the diversity of this. This is what I enjoy, the diversity of things. Like I didn't want to. I was in a place where like galleries and stuff. I wanted something different, something that resembles me. Like.
And is it going in the right direction, the right speed?
Oh yes.
Yeah. You're positive about
very much so. Yeah? Alhamdulillah, أكيد.
Alhamdulillah. How many exhibitions have you had since you moved to Dubai, or when you started?
Oh.
Because why I'm asking, there is a
like over 30, 40.
How do you see the collectors and the visitors and do you have?
There's a lot of it's changing. Since I started till now, there is like, it's always like changing. You find new collectors. You know, like everything changed with the art, like with the artist and the collector. Like even me, like my art changed a lot since I started till now. Like there is big shifts, you know. So the shift also means the collectors
are shifting as well,
right? So it's it goes together hand in hand.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Asma?
Oui.
Tell us about your new ambitious studio and the state of pottery, sculpture, and ceramic in Dubai, where it was, where is it today? Because I know it's not an easy business. بالعربي بالفرنسي بالتونسي whatever you feel comfortable.
بالانجلي دونك مش عارفه comment
No, but
okay.
As we said before, it's a safe place. You use the language
أنا
that
بحكي عربي.
It's okay. في évolution et je trouve qu'il y a une très grande évolution dans la poterie en général, dans le monde entier, ici aussi. Moi, j'adore l'art contemporain et l'art moderne. Il y a une différence entre l'art moderne et l'art contemporain, donc je suis plus art contemporain. J'aime bien les installations, j'aime bien l'expression de la matière aussi. Et oui, la poterie, l'argile, let's say, l'argile en général, c'est une matière قريبة لينا احنا, close to us, et il faut seulement savoir comment la manipuler عشان هي بعد تتحكم فينا كماتير, مش احنا نتحكموا فيها في partie من البروسيسوس اللي هي تتحكم في الارتيست, que ce soit sculpture, installation ولا أواني ولا.
Et comment hésiter le milieu artistique de poterie in poterie, justement.
Céramique, oui.
Céramique. À Dubaï, quand tu es arrivé à Dubaï et maintenant?
Oui, justement, quand je suis arrivée à Dubaï, il n'y avait pas de studio de céramique au début. Il n'y avait qu'un seul studio, Yadawi, Mohamed Ken. Et voilà, une communauté de céramique s'est créée. Donc, الناس كل اللي يحبوا الشغل بالطين والcéramique. Donc on était dans un seul studio et voilà.
Et il est encore ce studio?
Bien sûr, hein, il est encore.
Okay. Et tu as fait beaucoup de projets aussi avec les maisons de luxe, l'hôtellerie.
Oui.
Can you tell us more about this? Because I think you showed me a project that was wonderful.
Oui, the chefs et the restaurants, et vraiment ça, c'est un autre monde. J'aime bien ce challenge parce qu'il y a trop de pression, mais en même temps, بيخليني نطلع الكرياتيفيتي متاعي. عن جد معناتها la créativité, des fois, il faut la pousser, hein. Quand il s'agit surtout quand il s'agit de collaborer avec des chefs, des grands chefs.
What do you do with the chefs?
Justement, comment dire, le mix entre la production, par exemple, تكون عندك 1700 قطعة, لازمهم يكونوا fonctionnels
and you do
et artistique.
وانت 1700 قطعة you do it yourself?
Non, في حد معايا.
Okay.
في حد. في فريلانس يكونوا معايا.
وين فينا نشوف Asma's, because you're a businesswoman, huh? You're really a serious businesswoman. When I talk to her, it's like, you know, she's like,
yes,
and she looks relaxed, huh? Because you have a family and you have a business, and every time I see you, like you go around and everything, but you like business, you know, you're an artist in business, like a businesswoman.
So
it's not easy,
amazing advice.
It's not easy. That's what I'm saying. Parce que il est très difficile, hein, être creative and smart in business. That's why three of you have this.
J'ai fait des études de design produit. J'ai pas fait des études de business. Mais bon, c'est bien انك تشوفني في البusiness.
Where can we buy Asma, by the way?
Come to my studio. Come contact me, and then you can buy. I can sell.
But you have products like in stores, because when I met you, you were part. You know, the first time I love when people where I met them the first time, right? I know exactly where I met Hana, and I met you. It was the first fashion week after COVID or during COVID. No, the one before COVID. And you were at a store as a pop-up, filtered in Design District, and we just clicked. And so, do you have a representative a store where we can?
شوف là, l'idée a complètement changé. Je suis plus avec les concept stores. Maintenant, je vais complètement me consacrer à l'art. Donc, on va un peu évoluer dans le sens où on collabore avec les galeries.
Amazing.
Je reste dans la production avec les chefs.
Pourquoi les chefs?
J'aime bien. Cette pression, je l'aime beaucoup. J'aime bien, surtout quand je gagne à la fin, this is my way, et ça fonctionne. Et ça j'aime beaucoup.
I told you she's a businesswoman.
Oh yes.
It's very difficult, huh?
تعطيني كثير نصايح حلوة على فكرة. أنا I listen to her. لأنه she can think business.
Which is very important. Hana, you are also a curator.
Yes.
So between a business and artists, there's always a curator, right? When you curate, and I remember you moderated, and I was very honored to be on a panel that you actually moderated, and one of your questions said, how do you curate a space? What are the pillars of for Hana, being a good curator, or to really take the artist to the public and make it, a successful exhibition?
Thank you, Ahmed,
what is it
for this question, because really this is where it all starts. This is the starting point. To me, it's building, first of all, a connection, a foundation with the artist as a person, to understand them, their vision, their priorities. What do they want to convey? The curator is a vector, a messenger.
This is very nice.
It is. Otherwise, there's no point, because you are, as a curator, you have the obligation of providing, we go back to a learning experience, but what are they learning? They are learning messages through the eyes of the artist. Yeah. And you are here to build a channel. So this is, for me, it's essential to connect and to really understand, and then try and create this space, transform it in a way where the main piece is going to be placed here with this color, because this color is, has a significance to the artist, etc.
So هيدا كله كلام كتير حلو, and I know that you mean it really from the heart.
Yes.
Is working with, well, just between us, working
just
with
between us,
just
yes.
between us, working with artists, they're not the easiest. They seem easy.
Do they seem easy?
Yeah, some of them.
So you see easy here?
There is two here.
Well, there's two. No, but really, it's very
easy.
difficult to work with artists, not because they are difficult, some of them, but they have a strong soul, a message, a work behind it. As a curator, I think it's also extremely difficult.
And I relate a lot to that.
أعطيني I want يعني مواقف صارت معك مع فنانين you said I hate the day I've met you. I'm sure you had it. We all had it.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. Not a person, but did it happen before?
No, of course.
How did you react to it?
It happened a lot, and this is very difficult, because at the beginning you see, like I said, the artist as this human who has this wonderful message to convey, and it reflects the way you view the art. And then so many things could happen that will change your perception of the human, and then also your perception of the art changes.
Yeah.
And then you do not have this drive nor this passion to to give what you were willing to give.
Absolutely.
And then your motivation is somehow diminished.
Drained as well.
Yes.
Your energy is drained.
But to answer your question, I'm going to give you one thing. The only thing that I would say is a major turn off for me is when the artist stops being an artist and becomes, I wouldn't say like the business person, Because
you can say something mean, it's fine. Really, I said it's a safe place,
Yes.
you know. You can say when they become what?
Even if I wanted
I know,
to,
you're very
cannot
elegant,
say,
you cannot say it. Okay,
anything.
well.
No, but it's when they place the financial side and the marketing and the branding at the expense of really conveying the starting point of the message. And this, I understand, it's a thin line between, you know, because they need support, they need to, this is their career, especially full-time artists, but we should not forget the main element that brought us there.
Absolutely.
Which is, you know, conveying meaning. And for me, this is what matters the most.
As a curator.
As a curator, yes. As somebody who willingly decided to move from one field to another and to work with something significant.
Yeah.
So when I lose meaning, I lose interest.
Oui,
as
je suis
simple
d'accord
as
avec
that.
elle.
That's,
Je suis d'accord avec
d'accord
elle.
aussi.
Quand
Yeah.
l'artiste est partout, il devient commercial, il perd le côté
But okay, that's a good question what you said.
valeur artistique.
But
de
where is
l'idée,
this?
c'est ça?
How do you find this line, Suzy and Asma? How do you find this line of not, because the word commercial in the world, in the art world, is always a bit blurry and sometimes negative. But commercial is anything transactional, right? You have to sell. I mean, you have a studio, you have to pay the rent. You have employees, you have to pay, you know, and you have to sell. It's my question is, how do you define that line? Do you define it based on where you are, or based on your own morals and ethics? Where that stop? I know it's very difficult to answer, but you know,
It's
full-time artists. How do
I'll
you?
tell you something. It's not about. I cannot do it. It doesn't come out. Like even if I try, like I will probably, like after I do something, I will go and paint over it. ما في ما بقدر.
Pour moi, c'est différent. Pour moi, c'est différent parce que هي بدها la matière, elle est différente. C'est un produit en fait. It's product. C'est un produit. Et moi, le côté commercial, c'est la production des hospitality, des restaurants. Donc, et j'essaie toujours de.
Which is a good.
نحط التوش متاعي.
Of course. And how do you see the scene in the Middle East, Suzy? There you go. No, full-time artists like you. What do we need in our industry to support?
A very good question, because excuse me, I think it's a bit saturated. Needs a bit of push. We need to push like new artists, you know, new talents.
And what do we need? Like, what are the for you the top 5 pillars that we need at the moment in the industry here in the UAE, if you wish, or in the Middle East, to
like shed light on different artists, like new artists or artists that are like super talented but they don't have a voice.
And how can we do that?
So, by finding them and giving them the right push.
And like, that push could be financial, commercial.
Could be like a package of everything, commercial, maybe financial, if I don't know, like probably provide studios, more studios, you know, for them to work, to create. Because I know there's so many, but they don't have the voice.
I agree.
So this is exactly what I think that the entire Middle East needs, and Dubai or UAE in general.
Asma, what are the pillars, in your opinion, that our industry needs? We work in an industry that it's young, right? It's evolving. Probably, you know, the sector in Kuwait or Lebanon is started way before, and Lebanon thousands of years ago. Same thing in Tunis, in Egypt, in Syria, right? But here in the region, the GCC, which now it's becoming the pulse of the business of arts due to many factors, what are the pillars that you feel that if we had this, I would create more, I would be more, you know, successful, more engaging with, you know? Because I have this with many artists, they say, you know, for example, I don't know, in Lebanon, although there are some challenges, but there is this and that. In Tunis, we have this and that. Sometimes it's related to a nation that is older, which is fine, but there are other elements as well. What is, in your opinion, as someone who called Dubai home, the UAE home, and you feel that if we need this to accomplish more, or to give more chances to the ones after us.
That's what Suzy, she said. C'est plutôt les studios, l'emplacement concret, where they can express the art.
And that would be affordable places. That would be.
Voilà.
It's like an art hub where like will be so many studios, you know, just for artists. Like, you know, like you are going to Quoz 3, for example. This is where you find studios for artists for different kind of art, like sculptures, painting, ceramics. But you know, it's like this is the hub where all the studios are. I think it's interesting.
This would be interesting.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What do you think first, and then I'll tell you what I think.
Yeah, it's interesting to hear from the artists themselves. My answer is maybe on the general level more, the cultural, in the sense that maybe there needs to be more clarification and more appreciation of the artist, and to understand what they do and what they are about, what their work. Maybe Suzy talked about saturation. Yes, there is saturation, but people see just the end product. I think when you give visibility to all the work behind the stories, be it for art exhibitions where there's a lot of effort and management and challenges, or for the artist, the creative, like when you have a blank canvas and you want to create and put a piece of your soul in it, the way we see, for example, here, when we shed light on this aspect, I believe there will be more appreciation and more interest in being closer and digging more. This is on a very general level. Now, the policies, I believe, in the ministries, and you know, I come from education, so I believe this is the main pillar that can, when at an early age, you can integrate this.
More arts in schools.
Yeah, more arts, more understanding. Again, more understanding why this should be part and parcel of our daily life, not to alienate art for a particular socioeconomic class, or to the museums, or to people who have time to go to galleries.
I totally agree with you.
You know, public art plays a very important role in here.
Yeah.
So once we have this, like
something like everyday thing, right?
Absolutely.
Because you know, if you ask me the question, I always say, if we have as much people go to the malls that they go to an art gallery,
or a museum,
we see the difference.
Of course.
But maybe because now we will have more museums, we have more galleries. Soon we will have a lot of museums and more biennales than one can go to. So I feel that's what we need. If you ask me the question, I think we need to understand what is the creative industry, because in the creative industry there's the artist, there is the shop that sells painting, there's the photographer, and there is the studio that prints the photography, there's the curator, and behind the curator there should be non-profit organizations, there will be grants, there will be institutions, there will be people, ideas, spaces, and venues and galleries, and I think we need still a lot. It's still, I really believe that many people would, when you tell them an artist, they think of painter. That's why, Asma, that's why I always ask you, you are a businesswoman, but also you're navigating something for you is a passion. But a lot of people, they don't understand it. When they see this, oh my God, it's gorgeous, right? But if you tell anyone, mainly, I know an artist, they will say, oh, what they paint? You know? Photography is another form of art. Music, cinema, performance, dance, and theater, and cinema. And I think this is what we need more. Suzy, what is your method as an artist? When do you paint, and what do you call your art? What do you, if a curator would call you and say, listen, let's put together a show, and I'm sure you had this discussion with Hana before, how can Hana write your introduction?
I will let Hana answer that.
Yes, but I want you to tell me that. That's easy.
I mean, to be honest with you, I cannot call it like one genre of art, because I'm not cubist, I'm not surrealism, I'm not realism, I'm not expression. Like, I'm Suzyism. That's what I call it. Like, I'm myself. I'm inspired by all this genre of art, but I'm not one. So I'm so many in one.
And is it on purpose that some of your work here we see in the studio, and again, if someone would visit your studio or your next exhibition, which we'll inshallah hear about it and Arib, I see Suzy somehow in those. Is it on purpose,
like
or
a self-portrait?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, yes, I paint 80% of my reality, but with all my layers and faces and everything. So
see, that is your introduction.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I knew that this is the answer.
Absolutely. I'm just gonna say
Absolutely.
two things to complement what Suzy said. She's known to be a storyteller par excellence. She's referred to as Shahrazad, right? This is something
Actually, it's true.
that you've missed. And in her exhibition in Beirut, the only one you did in Beirut till now, we described it as a Freudian work because it's multi-layered.
Wow.
Very psychological.
I wouldn't expect this answer when I asked it, so I'm very happy that I asked the question.
So
Yes.
she talked about layers, and she talked about the fact that there are many Suzys, all right? So she's not sure whether or not they are depicted in her work. I tell you absolutely 100%.
Oh, I can tell
because
you, yes, me too.
With Suzy, like you, we're discussing randomly an idea, and then she, the next day, she sends me something, a sketch, which, you know, she takes this idea, and I don't know what happens at night.
Yeah.
This is like, we don't
Oh,
know.
don't go there.
No, I even
No,
if
don't go
I
there.
wanted to.
To be honest,
You know,
I dream of good ideas, so that's why I said
Yes,
it's,
and then, you know,
there's something
this-
about you said layers, right?
Layers.
There's something about the layers of the day and the stars, and that aligns and gives you that.
Absolutely, especially for artists who are able to take this to the next level and then convey it into a beautiful product that, you know, that leaves us mesmerized. You know, go back to
the word mesmerizing, right?
yeah.
Asma, thank you.
Je pense que layers اللي تحكي عليهم سوزي هما ساكنين في الارتيست يعني je pense que l'artiste يعيش حياته ويعيش حياة الناس اللي entouré بيه donc الكرياتيفيتي في الليل ولا في النهار ولا ça dépend l'artiste وقتاش تتحرك عنده الكرياتيفيتي.
Are you morning, evening person, or you're open to morning?
morning كي نحل عينيا هكا.
So I said morning or evening person, and all of you laughed, and okay, well, I'll leave that there. So you are
midnight. Night
Non,
fever.
c'est intéressant, tu sais, c'est la lumière et كيفاش نقولوا الظلمة معناتها كل واحد وين يلقى راحته في الصباح ولا في الليل.
It's true. A question. I always say accessibility and being approachable is something very important. Generally speaking, people who will be watching or listening to this session, to this beautiful session, they can approach you for a project, for a help, for an advice, for, you know, because I think there is always this, you said something about entitlement, and people think that, I spoke about with other artists, that with other guests as well, that art sometimes it seems inaccessible. That's for the rich and famous, that there is the glam behind it. And some people are terrified to go to a gallery, right?
True.
But social media, I think, gave us more accessibility to have a voice without the contacts. But I feel that without these contacts, you will not go anywhere, right?
Absolutely.
It's good to look at, I love Instagram, but at the end of the day, there is a wall that hits there, which is the human side. Can they contact Hana and they say, listen, Hana, I've seen your interview and now I know more about your work. Can you help me? Can you help me navigate? Is that okay?
Yes, that's more than okay, of course. And one thing, going back to the perks of the art world, and maybe this is something that not everybody knows, being an outsider, but it's a beautiful community where the human connections and exchange is, you know, not only available, but it's very valuable. It takes you to different places. So just the way I got the chance to meet wonderful people who gave me advice, like, and helped me in my journey, like Alejandra, and the way we all met, and that's the reason why we are here today, of course. And it has already happened to me where I made so many beautiful connections where I was able to help artists and also other people who were able to help me. So by all means, I am 100% approachable.
That's nice. You are actually very approachable as well. Asma, if people want to learn more about sculpture and ceramic, بعدين يجوا لعندك, they call you, listen, I have a project, I have this and that. You're open to that, right?
Of course, bien sûr.
Yeah.
Tout moment, أي وقت. Et même il y a des gens qui قبل في les ateliers en fait اكتشفوا رواحهم اللي هما عندهم كرياتيفيتي غفولة لداخل معناتها. لقاو رواحهم بعد ما they cannot stop.
And you did something with pottery and meditation, right? So I know that it's not only the film Ghost, you know. It's actually, I think this it's promoted. It's promoted because I don't think. I don't think you want anyone to hug you behind when you do your. Okay, well, so c'est pas ça.
That depends, I think.
Talking about approachable.
Par contre باش نعلق على حاجه كنت تحكي فيها انت وهنا توا على انت قلت حاجه très intéressante côté par exemple الناس قلت تخاف تشري.
Yes.
Oui, en fait c'est le phénomène de numbers تبع ال prices. À force, dans le monde entier, on voit des tableaux excessivement chers et des ventes aux enchères chères.
I think people should stop buying art from dead people. You should buy from the living one and then appreciate the dead. I'm so sorry, but you know what I mean. But I agree with you. Like, you know, you would pay, I mean, I would pay for Andy Warhol. I would pay for Andy Warhol 50, 100 million, while I can with 50 million. Each million can open a school of arts in somewhere. So it's not nothing about it. We have amazing artists that they passed away, but no, but you know what?
Je retire ce que je dis. Je dirais pas que c'est fini, mais il faut arrêter avec هذا الأرقام الكبيرة اللي تفجع الناس. Et laisser de la place aux jeunes et aux artistes, vraiment.
Aux jeunes, aux artistes. I agree. Suzy, you are, I know that we said that before, that people can come to your gorgeous place, which you hosted us today. And I can't thank you enough, actually, for having us.
Thank you.
And we by the way, we with our cast, the team, we changed the studio. But you told me, said, listen, Ahmed, this place is all about. And can you tell me about what you wrote on one of your arts? Because when I told you, I'm very sorry if we moved a lot of things, I said, no, stop. I have an answer for you, which is on my wall. Can you tell us more?
I said, like, everything changes, everything evolves. Nothing is like stable. Like I don't stagnate. Like I like everything to change. I'm like the water. I'm like the sea. So everything else around me is the same. This is how I see it.
Amazing.
Thanks.
And we will have an exhibition soon.
Yes.
You think we can know more?
Oh yeah. Well, you will know about it.
Good.
For sure.
Good. Before we end this, really for me is very special, and to know more about you. This is something I want to try. What do you want, as very sensitive creatives? We have a lot of things to say, but we feel more than one once can say. What do you want to tell the world, Hana?
It's well, you took me by surprise with this question. What do I want to tell the world as a curator?
Yes.
I just this fascination with the art world, and to come, not to be afraid to come closer, to have a closer look and a deeper understanding. And everything changes. It's a matter of perspective. And you feel so much better about yourself and about the world when you are around art and artists. So come closer. This is what I would say.
That's nice. Come closer is very nice.
Yes.
Asma.
Buy art.
I like that.
It's gonna be your best friend. when you have art at home, it's feeding your soul every day. It's like you have a friend, not family. You have a friend close to you.
And what do you say, another question, what do you tell the materials that they work with when you are, when you're sculpting something? What would you like to say to these materials that you have a connection with your hand and the dirt and all of those feelings? What is
En fait, il y a une discussion entre moi et la matière, que ce soit argile, je parle toujours en général argile ou cuivre ou marbre ou whatever كانت يعني مستخرجة من الطبيعة. Il y a toujours une discussion entre toi et elle. Elle aussi تحكيك. تقول لك ما تعوجنيش هكا عوجني هكا.
That's wonderful. That's really wonderful. Suzy.
Yes.
What do you want to tell the world? I mean, for an artist who is very expressive and a storyteller and someone who is, with your eyes you say a lot, and maybe that's where it comes we talked about mesmerizing, we talked about energy, and we talked about also nomadic, almost like gypsy magic, right? But what you want to say, if you want to put few words into this world, if you're just gonna leave, if we leave our mobiles aside and the only connection we have with the world would be our words and the words that goes.
يعني أول شيء بيطلع على راسي. I always say like لازم يكون في reminder that نحن we are born creators. يعني we are born to create. نحن creators, born على صورته. So we need to always create. We need to never, يعني ما لازم ننسى who we are. So create, express, and believe in yourself, and believe you can do. And whatever message you can create, it's gonna reach whoever is ready to take it. So we are mediums.
We are mediums.
Yes.
See, she used also the words. Huh? It's not, I told you about magic. She also used the word medium.
I believe you, and I see it every single day.
And I hope the world will see it.
You can see, elle est spirituelle. On voit ça dans les tableaux.
I think you're all very spiritual. This room is full of spirituality. But the reality is that, unfortunately, we are here in a short time in this world, and beautiful times are always shorter. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ahmed.
It was an honor.
Ahmed, for this opportunity and this amazing platform.
Thank you.
Really.
Thank you so much. And I cannot wait to visit, if you want to visit, Suzy in her studio in Quoz, the new studio of Asma, which also in Quoz, right? Do you have an address that people can come to?
It's inside the gallery, Belvedere Gallery. It's in Al Khayat.
On Khayat Avenue. And Hana, thank you so much. We see you often in different places because you're like a bird.
Yeah.
So, you know.
She is a bird.
She is a bird. Thank you so much for following or watching this episode. And if you're only listening to us, thank you for listening to Talkative with Ahmed, for your support and love. Thanks a lot for Arca Studio, the production house that this relaunch of Talkative with Ahmed is in partnership with them. And I cannot thank you enough, ladies. And we'll meet very soon.
For sure.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
For sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.